Silence! I kill you!
Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement6, and before we dive into what is on the menu today, I just want to give a big shout out in the new year. Wishing you all the best for 2019, and just want to say thank you. The channel is not big. It's been, of course, it's born out of passion for techno music and gaming, and every sub, every like, every comment, every feedback is really close to the heart for me. So thank you for everything for the last year, and hope to push forward in the next year with this. And without any further ado, let's get into this little machine. When I was cleaning up the studio, you see a part of it in the background. I haven't touched this for months. I used to travel a bit more, and I always took it with me. And to me, this console is forgotten, but it's also a bit murdered. It's also a bit dirty, I see. So there are actually, this to me is actually the best handheld gaming system I've ever owned. And I'm not comparing it to the Nintendo Switch, absolutely not, because that would be absolutely ridiculous. It's released about maybe 4, 5, 6 years. I was even too lazy this morning to look it up, but that doesn't really matter. It's been updated. This is the first one that's been released. It's still the largest one. It's been updated a few years after release with a slimmer version of it, just like PS3 and PS4 did. But if you look at what's in store still, like the indie games, for example, if you go to the store to the indie games, there are actually a few strong gems. And I will put a few reviews out there, but this is more specifically about the hardware. It was way ahead of its time. That's you can easily say that. It's a PlayStation 3 Plus terms of graphics what you will get. The indie games, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, it's absolutely fantastic. Strong platform games out there, and you really support a strong community of indie games there. But also the PlayStation 1 and 2 classics. For example, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. So hey, here we go. There are God of War 1 and 2 are all on this system. You can easily download them on the go, play them. The games I own on this one that's been released specifically for this systems is Uncharted, a strong game, really good. I really enjoyed that one. Killzone. The single player was okayish, but I really enjoyed the multiplayer. It was specifically designed a multiplayer for this system, because you have these buttons, of course. There's the R1 and the L1 on the access control of your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 for that matter. And they've integrated the, because you can't click this one, you can't click the thumbsticks. So they integrated with a piece of software and a touchpad on the back, including the R2 and the L2 button. And it works fantastic, I must say. And Mod Nation Racer is also specifically designed for this console. You have Mod Nation Racer on the PlayStation 3, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that game. It's a fun game. It's good. Of course, it's a Mario Kart ripoff, but fuck it. It's a strong game, and it's also good on this one. And what is actually also working fantastic. On the PlayStation Portable, you had some remote play functionality, but it really didn't actually work. On this PlayStation Vita, if you've got a gaming setup at home, and you just have it centralized in your living room, and your family members are watching TV, I will have a clip now somewhere around here in the back, or on top of the screen. The remote play functionality for the PlayStation 4 is really good. I play God of War Remaster on it lately, and all those platform games from Ratchet & Clank or whatever you want to do. I don't recommend playing Black Ops 4, for example, on this system. I will show that it works. It runs smoothly. It runs smoothly, but you miss the L2 and the R2 button as a physical button, and that's a touchpad, and that doesn't really work fantastic. But all in all, it's fun to play with. You just plug in your headphones here, and you and you're good to go. Of course, you can use the remote play functionality on a laptop, but the screen is a very strong resolution. The hardware was way ahead of its time and still holds up in 2019. And to me, it's a damn shame that PlayStation is not really actively supporting this anymore. Sony always had a love-hate relationship with handhelds, but this machine is really worth the buy. And if you can still find it, if you're still able to get your hands on it, it's actually still a good investment, especially when you want to use the remote play functionality or when you travel a lot. I used to travel a lot. I always have this thing in my back pocket, and I still enjoy it. And the remote play functionality, as said, is to me it's to me a unique selling point of this thing, because you can go on the couch, put your headphones on, and you can play every game you want. So to me, this is the must buy. 2019, chaps, what are we going to do with the channel? More techno. I've got a few strong releases coming up on monotone recording, so I will update you soon on that one. We will have some more movement sessions. I will have some people who are coming over to do the movement sessions, so I'm going to add other artists to the roster. And in terms of gaming, I will do 25th of January. We have Resident Evil coming up, 2, the remake. I'm going to stream my ass off. I'm going to review it, but what's there to review? It's going to be a one hell of a game. Rainbow Six, pushing my way through gold and hope to reach plat in the next few seasons. Streaming a lot of that, having a lot of content on YouTube, and I will do a review. Is that actually a word? Review of Tomb Raider, or the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because I think I jumped the gun a bit too soon on that review, but that's what we're gonna do. So that's a small update for 2019, and to me, guys, you can see myself here. You can see my streaming software as well. PlayStation VITA. It's the forgotten console, and I think it's a bloody shame, because it's still a magnificent piece of hardware if you can get your hands on it. Still some strong games out there for PlayStation Vita, and a good supported PlayStation Store with indie games. For now, Movement 6. I'm out, peeps. Bye-bye.